And it is Thursday, May 14th. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? Welcome back, Brooklyn. Gavin, your camera's off, and David Kreppy, your camera's off. Get them on so we could start class. Okay, David Ann, I can't see you. I'm looking at your curtain. Fix your computer so your face is in your... David Kreppy, where are you, buddy? Okay, there you go. We got y'all. Okay. Today we're going to continue on with our poems, but we also are going to do a little lesson in language arts on pronouns. So the first thing I want you to do, what's this? What's this? My computer's telling me a weird message. First thing I want you to do is go into your Language Arts Google Classroom. The first thing we're going to look at, number one, is pronouns. There's a material, I think it's under material for pronouns. Okay, it's about the third one in your stream. Open that up and we'll read about pronouns today. Personal pronouns, part 1. Could I have someone volunteer to read about pronouns today? Who feels in the mood to read? Oh, Brooklyn, you're so good at volunteering. You always read for us. Okay, go ahead. Personal pronouns, and you see there's a king there.
What page?
Go ahead. It's in your Google Classroom, Aaron. In your Google Classroom under personal pronouns. You need to go to your Google Classroom and open it up. Okay, go ahead, Brooklyn.
It doesn't say anything about that. I thought it was the city.
Well, wait, Brooklyn, nobody can hear you. You have no
air. I thought it was a city poem, but that's all I see.
All right. Does somebody see pronouns? It's underneath there, Brooklyn. Yeah. You have to scroll down and find it.
Can I just read it?
Go ahead. Go ahead, David C.
A personal pronoun is a word that takes the place of a noun. Here is a list of personal pronouns. I, she, he, we, it, you, me, her, him, us, it's, yours, mine, hers, his, ours. In the second sentence below, they takes the place of peasants. Him takes the place of the king. The peasants cheered for the king. They cheered for him. Pronouns help avoid repeating nouns, and they make your writing sound smoother. Read this paragraph. The Middle Ages occurred between...
Wait, stop, David. Stop, David, because it's getting a little blurry, and you're going... I'm going to read the paragraph. I'll read the paragraph. Thank you, David. The Middle Ages occurred between AD 500 and 1500. During that time, nobles lived in castles. Nobles were powerful. Nobles were under a king's rule. Nobles promised to serve their king and country. When you are doing your writing and you start sentences in a paragraph with the same word over and over again like that, your reader gets bored. It's boring. And you have to jazz it up a little bit. One of the ways you jazz up your writing is to use pronouns and not make it so redundant. Another way is kind of switching off on your sentences. Have a short sentence and a longer, maybe a sentence with a compound subject. That's why we learned about more complex sentences that we did this year, so that your writing becomes more enriched from it. It's more fun to read when there's variety in it. And you know that from reading the books that you guys, the fantasy books that you read. The writing is awesome in that, and there's a lot of complex sentences in those books. The Middle Ages occurred between AD 500 and 1500. During that time, nobles lived in castles. Perfect topic sentence. Tells you what you're writing about. They were powerful. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a short one. A long sentence, short sentence. Nobles were under a king's rule. That's where we can put a pronoun. We don't need to say nobles again. Saud, please put your camera on. Welcome. You're a little late. You should be here at 9 o'clock. Try to get here about 5 and 9, not late like that. So instead of nobles were under king's rule, what would you put there? Saud, put your camera on. No, can somebody mute your mic? Who wants to answer? What would you put instead of nobles were under king's rule? What pronoun would you use there? Brooklyn? Did you find the page, Brooklyn?
No, it's not there.
It's there.
Wait.
Go into your stream and go down. Go down to about the third one down. It says personal pronouns. Honey, I don't want you to present right now. I don't know. What are you showing me?
There's nothing that says that.
Well, then try classwork. See if you can see it in there. If you don't see it in the stream, go over to classworks. Go to classworks if it's not in the stream. Mine was in the stream. I just assumed yours would be too. I should be seeing what you're saying. Right there it is. It says pronouns, part 1. All right. Now quit presenting so we can finish, continue on. Now you found it. That's good. So somebody, Taryn, help me out. What personal pronoun would you place here in this sentence? Nobles were under a king's rule. Taryn, unmute your mic. Taryn Heinzelman. Hello.
She can't hear anybody.
Can't hear today? Oh, no. Why don't you log off and log back on? See if that helps. I was having trouble today too, Taryn. Connor, what pronoun would you use for nobles were under a king's rule? Unmute your mic, Connor.
They were under a king's rule.
Okay, they were under a king's rule. And we could do the same thing for nobles promised to serve the king. So it would sound much better if you said nobles were powerful. They were under a king's rule and they promised to serve their king and country. And that's kind of what they did at the bottom there. Okay, let's go to the next page. Scroll down to the next page and we'll work on exercise 1. Could I have everybody unmute their mics for this so we can answer a little more quickly when I call on you? Everybody unmute your mic.
Unmuted.
Okay, Aaron, you could do the first one, number 1.
Okay, let me get back. You can see objects from the Middle Ages at the museum.
What is the personal pronoun in that sentence, Aaron? That's all I have to tell me.
At the Middle Ages.
Gavin, you can't hum while we're doing this because we can hear you. No. Saud, why is your camera not on today?
When I turn it on, it's not working. See? I'm gonna turn it on.
No. All right. Aaron, I need to know, what is the personal pronoun in the sentence you read?
Middle Ages.
That is not a personal pronoun. Go to the list on the next page. Look at the list that Brooklyn just read for you. You is the personal pronoun. Number 2, David Creppy. Read the sentence and tell us the personal pronoun. There you go, Saud.
Number 2, they include such as swords, armor, and chess piece. They.
They is correct. Good job, David. See, number 3, Brooklyn.
Okay, so number 3. The guide told me about life in the Middle Ages.
What's the personal pronoun, Brooklyn?
Me.
Me. Did you say me?
Yes.
Yep, that's correct. David N, do number 4. I said keep your mouth open while we're answering. Go
She
ahead, do
said it
number
was
4.
difficult. She, it.
Good. Number 5, Connor.
Number 5. No, sorry, I had it open. Number 5. We asked how the man became a knight.
Okay, what's their personal pronoun? Pick the what's the
We.
pronoun?
We.
We. Okay. Sod, number 7. Gavin, go log back in because that helps Sod. Sod, your camera's off again. Log back in, Gavin. Go ahead, do number 6,
Miss Wetzel,
Sod.
I'm just reading off the captions, and I've tried logging out and logging back in like 10 times already, and I still can't hear.
Okay.
Do you
Sod,
mute
go
the
ahead,
site?
number 6.
You had enough money.
Do you mute the site?
Of course. P.
He is correct. Number 7, David S. Nemo, could you please face the camera and pay attention? Thank you. Go ahead, David S.
I saw armor for a horse when I went to the museum. I.
Very good, David. And the last one, number 8. Who didn't get to do one? Yosh, do number 8.
Okay. Number 8. For a class project, we made a model of a castle.
Okay. And pronoun?
And the noun is a castle.
No. We're not looking for nouns today, Yosh. We're looking for pronouns that are in.
Oh, I thought you said noun. I heard noun. Okay. Pronoun could be a cat. So a cat. We can make they maybe.
Wait, no, you're just telling me which one is in the sentence. You're not putting one in. In this sentence, what is the pronoun? For a class project, we made a model of a castle.
We.
We is correct. That is the pronoun. Now, I have a really weird word to tell you about. The word is that the word that a pronoun replaces, that would be the noun, like in nobles. We replaced nobles with they. That word nobles that we replaced is called the antecedent, the word that the pronoun replaces. I don't know, in grammar, they have these big, giant, fancy names for things in your grammar, but just so you know, you've heard it before, the word that a pronoun replaces is called an antecedent. Fun, huh? Antecedent. Anyway, it's not as much fun as onomatopoeia, and we're ready for poetry, which I love better. Onomatopoeia. Does anybody remember what that means? Onomatopoeia.
I've heard it so many times that I forget what it means. Isn't
I
it
know,
like
but
a word
it's so
that's
much
like
fun
another
to
word?
say, but you gotta know what it means. Anybody raise your hand, Taryn, go.
It's like boom, pow, expression noises.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. It's expression noises. Anybody want to add to that? Was that you, Connor? Said you want to add to it?
Sorry, I didn't know I was muted, but in like the shows, there's like boom, pow, and all that. Like she said, but there's other ones like.
Yeah, so what do you call those antecedents? Antecedent. Now I got antecedent on the brain. Crazy. What do you call those words? They're words. There are words that help you to see. I had a poem here. Oh, here it is, the one I wanted to read you. There are words that help you to see. They kind of say the same thing as the sound it makes. So I have a poem here. It's by Eve Marion. It's called Ululation. with a bray, with a yap, with a grunt, snort, neigh, with a growl, bark, yelp, with a buzz, hiss, howl, with a chirp, meow, moo, with a snare, baa, wail, with a bladder, hoot, bay, with a screech, drone, yole, with a crackle, gaggle, goggle, with a chuck, cluck, clack, with a hum, gobble, quack, with a roar, blare, bellow, with a yip, croak, crow, with a whinny, caw, low, with a bleak, with a cheep, with a squawk, with a squeak. Animals and sometimes humans speak. So that has a lot of words that are onomatopoeia, a whole collection of them. Words that sound, whose sound makes you think of its meaning. Buzz, swish. Can you think of any others?
Buzz, swish,
Yeah, I said those.
pow.
Okay. In Zoom, that's a good one. I like the Zoom one. I didn't think of that. Kaboom.
Bang, bang.
Howl.
Crack, snap,
David, crack snap.
All good
slice.
ones. Onomatopoeia. They help to bring life to your
Slice and
poetry. So
dice.
don't be afraid to use them when you write a poem. Okay, in your Google Classroom, you have a new material that says City City Poem. Can you open that up for me, please?
Wait, city, city poem?
Yeah.
Can I read it?
Classroom, ILA. Okay.
Can I read it?
Miss Wetzel, can I
The one
read
thing
it?
I'm going to read it for you. Did you all get it up? Are you able to find it? Okay. David Ann,
Yeah,
I don't know what you're doing today, but all I see is healing today. Fix your computer, move your top of your laptop down. No, the top, this part, David, this part, look, move this part until your face is in the picture. That's better. There you go. Okay. City City by Marcy Ridlon. If you have ever lived in a city, you know that there are both good sides and bad sides to living there. In the poem below, how does Marcy Ridlon express both the good and the bad sides of urban life? Remember, urban means city life. Gavin, do you have your poem up on your page? Gavin Rogers. Uh-oh, he's frozen. I don't think he's there. Oh, there he is. Do you have your poem up? You're not looking at your page. David Summer, you're not looking at your page. Can you find it, David Summer?
I'm looking at my page.
Well, I just was looking at you. You were looking somewhere else. I thought you were frozen. David Summer, he's frozen too. DS, are you there? Oh, there you are. Okay. Are you looking at your page? I want to read the poem. I want you to look at the words. One of the things we didn't mention. No, I'm asking you to look and read just look at it and read along as I read. One of the things we didn't mention about poetry, and it's pretty important, it's a really important element of that literary device they use in poetry, and it is
I will just have to look at the captions.
why can't you hear me?
I've been looking at the captions the entire class.
Okay, well, you should be able to pull that up on your classroom City City poem and read along with us. Okay. So getting back to what I was just starting to say is repetition is one important element of writing a poem that is really, really important. Having repetition. Think about the songs you hear on the radio. Yash talked about yesterday about the songs being poetry. He said, isn't the song lyrics poetry? And he's definitely right, they are. And when you think about songs, there's tons of repetition in songs. So that is something you can use when you are reading, when you are writing poetry. A lot of repetition. Okay, I'm going to read down the first stanza. They have the stanzas a little different on this poem, but it says 1 and 2. City, city, wrong and bad, looms above me when I'm sad, throws its shadow on my care, sheds its poison in my air, pounds me with its noisy fist, sprays me with its sooty mist, till with sadness on my face, I long to live another place. Do you know how this person feels about the city? How do you think they feel? Saad?
They like big cities more.
Excuse me?
They like big cities more.
Hang on a minute. Did anybody get the feeling that this poet, from what I read, likes the city?
No, I got a feeling that she absolutely disowns it. She hates it.
Okay. Well, okay, so Saad and Connor have two different opinions there. You need to prove it to me, Saad. What in what I just read to you, the part I read, tells you that she liked the city. And Connor, you prove to me what part that I read proves to you she doesn't like it.
It's
And anybody else who has a proof of what they think. Taryn, you're open. I don't know what Saad's doing. Saad, can't you find the poem?
What here?
Yeah, I found it.
I only read stanza 1. Are you reading the wrong one? Okay, anybody? Go ahead, Connor. Do you have proof?
Yeah, it said, city, city, wrong and bad, looms above me when I'm sad.
Okay,
Throws
so
its shadow on my care, sheds its poison in my air, pounds me with its noisy fist.
Pounding? Yeah.
It seems like it's not that nice.
It doesn't seem like a place you want to go visit, does it?
No, you don't.
No. So Saad, do you see that? I don't know what you were thinking. You said it's a good place. Why? I figured that's probably what you were looking at. Okay, but I didn't read that. Can't you hear me reading?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Okay. Okay. All right. So I agree with Connor there that it's not a good picture. Sprays me with its sooty mist. What's sooty mist mean, David S?
I think they're talking about like in the city. There's a lot of smoke.
Smoke, air pollution,
and, like,
yeah.
Air pollution, all the factories.
Okay. So repetition.
From what I see, it's just explaining New York. It's just explaining New York.
New York actually isn't that like that because New York's not small.
It could be. It's just generically, but it could be New York. Look at repetition. City, city. Actually, there's not a lot of repetition in here, is there? All right. So the next stanza. And a lot of times when you're writing poetry, you start stanza with your first stanza with the same thing over again. And they did that here. City, city. Okay. Stanza 2. City, city, golden clad, shines around me when I'm glad, lifts me with its strength and height, fills me with its sound and sight. Take me to its crowded heart, hold me so I won't depart, till with gladness on my face, I wouldn't live another place. Okay, Saad, you can redeem yourself. Open up your mic and tell me, how does the author feel about the city in this stanza?
Now they feel really good because they say, when I'm glad, it lifts me with its strength and height. It fills me with its sound and sight. And then it says, I wouldn't live another place.
Okay, good. David N., let's get here and participate today. I haven't heard much from you today. Okay, so those are all things, strength and height. Those are positive words. Sights and sound, take me to your crowded heart, positive, positive. City, city, golden clad, shines around me when I'm glad. So that's how poetry is supposed to be. It's supposed to bring out emotions. Yes, no, Connor, hold on, Connor. What's the correct way to ask a question in our Google Classroom? You unmute your mic and raise your hand, and then I will call on you. Go ahead, Connor.
It's weird how she's like, I absolutely hate this place. I despise of it, and then she's like, I love it.
Well, she's trying to show the good and the bad. Taryn, go ahead.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing as Connor. Like, let's say that you're in like a mansion or something, and you see all these maids, and they're like, here, take this, here, take that, here, take this. And you don't like that because you don't like everything shoving in your face. But then you actually notice that you don't have to do much.
Okay.
You're like, oh, then I like it. And also,
there's the good and bad, and you could always write poetry, the good and the good feelings something brings you, and the bad feelings. Exactly right. Okay, I'm going to ask you to quickly go to your Google Classroom again, and why isn't this posting just to drive me crazy today? Really driving me crazy today. Go to your Google Classroom and open up remember the dolphin poetry thing I gave you? Open that up. There's a second page and it says, what is orange?
Mrs. Wetzel, I have a question.
Yeah. Okay. Everybody go to your, wait a minute. Go to your Google Classroom.
Why does it say that? It says 99 plus chats. What's going on?
I don't want to talk about that now. What I do, however, want to talk about is poetry. So go find that in your Google Classroom. Brooklyn, you are on chat 5 times today. And I told you before, there is no chatting once the recording starts. Do not chat. And don't answer any questions to anybody. If you have a question, you ask me. Okay, in your Google Classroom, go to, it says Poetry Color Poem. It's in my stream. If you don't find it in the stream, Brooklyn, go to your classroom. But it says Poetry Color Poem. And you have to scroll down to the second page. And it has a fox on it. Find the page that has the fox on it. Oh, okay. Actually, yeah, it says what is, look, I'm glad I did it this way. What is orange is the first page you're going to see. It's going to look like this. What is orange? Wave at me when you found it, please, so I know we can move on. We're going to stay in here for about 5 minutes yet because I still need something else. Okay. Gavin, Nima, and David Creppy. Oh, great. Connor, your camera's off. Okay, we found it. David found it. David found it. Taryn found it. Saad, did you find it? Aaron, did you look for it? Well, put your captions on. Put your captions on, Brooklyn, and find this so you can read it with us. Find this so you can read it with us. Brooklyn, find this so you can read it with us, okay? Wave at me if you found it. Are your captions on, Brooklyn? Brooklyn, I'm sending you a chat. Did you get it?
She can't hear you, Miss Wetzel.
Well, if she had turned her captions on, she should get her captions because Gavin's getting them even though he can't hear. Right, Gavin? Okay. All right, everybody wave at me if you found the paper, what is orange? Okay, we're going to read that poem. The poem goes like this. What is orange? Oh, it says group. Can you all unmute your mics, those of you who can hear? Okay. I think we're just going to read. I don't think we're going to read this way. I don't know. Let's see. It's supposed to be. Let's have let's have David S. David S., can you read the color? What is orange poem?
Yep.
Just read it. Just read it.
What is Orange by Mary O'Neill. Orange is a tiger lily, a carrot, a feather from a parrot, a flame, the wildest color you can name.
Okay,
Orange
stop there a minute. Stop. David, that is wonderful reading of poetry. You did a wonderful job. He didn't always stop at the end of, he stopped where there were commas. You don't always stop at the end of the line. You have to get a flow for the rhythm of the poem. And I don't know how you did that on the first read, David, but you did it perfectly. Okay, continue on, David.
Orange is a happy day, saying goodbye in a sunset that shocks the sky. Orange is brave, orange is bold, it's bittersweet and marigold. Orange is zip, orange is dash, the brightest stripe in a Roman sash. Orange is an orange, also a mango. Orange is the music of the tango. Orange is the fur of the fiery fox, the brightest crayon in the box. And in the fall, when the leaves are turning, orange is the smell of a bonfire burning.
Okay. Wow. There are a lot of words to help you visualize and see orange. Did any of these ideas ones you would have thought of to describe the color orange? What one do you like the best?
I would pick mango.
You like the mango one? Okay.
And the
What do you like,
bonfire.
Josh?
I like the tiger lily one.
Tiger lily. You like tiger lilies. They are a beautiful shade of orange. When
I like the
How do you smell orange? It's like a color.
That's true. That's exactly you got my interest right there, because you should use your 5 senses to explain color, and smell is one. Is there anything in here that tells you what the smell of orange is?
yes. Orange is bold, it's bitter, sweet, and marigold.
Okay, so you might be smelling the marigolds.
Mrs. Wetzel, can I kind of like say something to add to what Yash said?
Sure.
Actually, I'm kind of like answering it somewhat. If you know what zest is, it's kind of like when you scrape off the peel of a citrus fruit. And actually, the peel of an orange, I think when you crush it, especially, you can smell it a lot more than actual orange juice or anything else.
Sure you can. And also,
Have you ever put your like orange peel in the drain in your sink? Kind of the same thing. Like I don't think you can really smell the orange.
Good. Stop there. That's how you smell orange. Now, how do you taste orange? Is there anything in there that showed you taste?
Eat it.
they're consumable.
Mango.
Mango would be taste. Yes, the taste of mango. Something you touch or feel? You have the fur of a fiery fox.
Grass.
They have another smell there, Yosh. Orange is the smell of a bonfire burning. I wouldn't say grass is the smell of orange. Who said grass? Gavin? Grass would be the smell of green grass.
I
Green
forgot
grass.
we were doing it on orange.
Oh, crazy. Well, I already know what color you want to write your poem on. So your job over the weekend is to work on a poem. You're going to
I'll call dibs on the color black. I want black.
Hang on, you're not dibbing anything yet.
Purple.
So you're going to write a poem on the color and try to think of getting your five senses in. Your sense of sight. What do you see that helps you look at the color? And as Gavin said, green grass, the smell of green grass. So you want to do what you see, what you smell, what you hear. What sounds make you think of the color, or what you taste, what you feel emotionally about it. How is it a happy color? Is it a sad color? Like city? You could do happy and sad. How does that color make you feel? Maybe if David N wants to do black, he's going to do like he'll do something like dark, gloomy. What's that word? The one word I was. There was a really good word. That Shakespeare word tells you how you feel when you're feeling black. It'll come to me, David, because you'll love using that word. Let me think about it a minute. Okay, so you got to pick a color, and your color will be the color that you're going to write your poem on. And is Monday okay, or do you want to have it due Tuesday? I kind of would like to do it Monday, but if you are busy. Okay. Wave at me if Monday's okay. All right. Tuesday it is. Well, no, wait a minute. Let me try that again. Okay. Wave at me if you want to do it Tuesday. 1, 2, 3. Wave at me if you want to do it Monday. Wait. Okay. I'll tell you what. We're going to have it due for Monday, but I will also Monday and Tuesday. How's that? Okay, so if you have it done Monday, we'll share it. If you have it done Tuesday, we'll share it. That's fair, isn't it? Okay. Before we leave, let's pick a color. Are you all okay with David N being black?
Blue. I prefer blue for myself.
Okay, Creppy,
Yeah, I
you're
do
blue.
blue. I get blue.
Blue is David Creppy.
My room is blue.
Gavin, do you want to do green?
No.
Okay, as soon as you have your color picked, unmute your mic, and then I'll meet you in the next class in 5 minutes. Yash,
Wait.
Sod, what kind? Sod.
Red.
Red, you got it. Summers?
Green.
Summer?
Oh, does Gavin already take green?
No,
I didn't want green.
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 Okay. David Creppy, you can go. I got you at blue.
Me.
Aaron, what color do you want? You can do purple, white, gold, yellow,
Gold.
Red. I want
twinkle,
red.
lavender.
A very red anger.
Gold. I'll take gold.
I wanted
Okay.
gold. I said
Connor,
gold
you
first. Miss
Connor,
Hunter, I said gold first.
No, I didn't hear you. Connor got it.
Oh man.
You're out, Connor. Go. Taryn, what about lavender?
I was gonna say teal.
I'm
but
black, right?
I like it. Do teal. It's one of my favorite. Teal. Look at my wall behind me. Teal.
Yeah, teal's my favorite.
I'm black, right?
Okay, Taryn, you're teal. I like it. No one ever has done teal.
Blue. Can I do
Okay,
mine?
I'm black, right?
Can I do mine?
You're black. You can go.
I want blue. No, I want blue.
No, wait. DC
Yes,
is
you
blue.
already said red. You already
No,
wanted.
that was Sod who said red. I said blue after
Gavin,
Sod said
Gavin,
red.
don't start an argument, buddy.
But he
Yeah,
said blue.
Well, no, he didn't. No one said blue except for David Creppy, and David Creppy has blue. Now, let me remind you of some other colors. Yellow is a good one. Yellow, purple, pink,
But I wanted
red.
the ocean. I wanted the ocean.
Yellow.
So
Can I just like do the ocean instead of a color?
No.
I'll have yellow.
Okay, Gavin, you got yellow. I don't know how to tell you. Let me think about that a minute, Yash. Aaron, you need to pick a color now. You're the Brooklyn left without picking a color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm missing somebody.
Because I know what to do for
Oh, yeah.
the ocean.
Okay, so then you'll have to make it dark blue or navy blue.
Okay, yeah, dark blue is good.
Okay. Okay.